Pisces, welcome. This is Crow Indigo Intuitive Tarot, and we're going to be doing your November read. This is for Pisces with Sun, Moon, or Rising position in Pisces. That is, viewers that have Pisces in Sun, Moon, or Rising placements, and it's a general reading, so it won't resonate with all of you if it doesn't seem like it's your situation. Don't force the fit. Check out one of the other excellent readers here on YouTube, okay? I don't always pick up everyone's energies. There's no way for that to be possible since it is general. If you'd like something more specific, you can check out my website at crowindigotarot.com. And there you can find some information on scheduling personal readings. I'm going to ask that Spirit give us some guidance this month around the question of where lies your joy. Where is joy this month for Pisces? And related to that is the question about what we need to pay attention to. So let's see what we got here. We got this one. And we've got one more card. We're doing 8. We're using the Lion Strider Tarot. We'll do some clarifying cards from the White Sage Tarot. All right, let's see what we have for you, Pisces. Starting out with an Ace of Wands. There's a creation, there's desire, inspiration. Something has fired your soul as you start this month. There could be quite a bit of joy in that feeling of desire, right? I mean, that could be a sexual thing. It could be a sensual thing. Could have nothing to do with that. Could be a project, or could be just some stirring inside of you that wakes you up and makes you want to create, right? Something inspires you, and that's a nice frame of mind. The Nine of Swords is worry and anxiety. There's a sense here that something's keeping you up at night. That poor little fox staring at the moon. He looks exhausted, but he's wide awake and he can't sleep, and there's something in this energy of sort of a sense of foreboding about your future. Not to say that you need to worry about your future. That's not how I read the tarot. I see them as a tool for helping you to understand the way your mind works, or your subconscious thinking. And in this case, I'm not saying there is a foreboding in your future. What I'm saying is there's an anxiety in you right now, Pisces, where you're worrying about your future. It doesn't have to be based in reality. It's a feeling, okay? I want that to be clear, that this card is telling me that you're worrying. You're worrying a lot about your future. You're feeling anxious. You are perhaps feeling a little hopeless about something. So it's good that you have this new surge of creative energy, this desire coming in. It could be that is causing this. I get the sense more that this is here. This is an underlying feeling in you. You're worried about something. The Knight of Pentacles tells me that you are efficient. You're working hard. You are taking care of the day-to-day. You know, you're being quite responsible right now. Maybe that's making you worry because you have a lot on your plate and you're trying to deal with it all. Queen of Cups. I love this card. It's so beautiful. She has that little fish in the jar is meant to represent creativity. This is all emotion. It's this sense of compassion and calm. There's a comfort to this energy. There are sometimes hidden fantasies. You know, it's a very Pisces kind of card. The dreamer, living in the world of emotion and dreaming and intuition. That watery world. So if this is you, then you're someone who's quite kind of, you know, into daydreaming and living in your own world, but at the same time, you're getting stuff done. You're dealing with a whole lot of responsibility and you're doing it efficiently. You're getting a lot of good, solid work done. You're dependable. So maybe you have your own little escape, you know, that you have the space in you that you keep for yourself, but you are worrying about something. Let's see what we have down here. Seven of Swords. energy is next. There's a bit of deception. You feel perhaps maybe that someone isn't honest about their intentions, or you feel like someone's trying to get away with something. They're trying to get something past you. And there is an ending here. This Ten of Swords is always such a sad image to me. You know, the tens are completions, and the Ten of Swords is just brutal. This poor animal, you know, just absolutely under it. But it's not a completely negative card, right? None of the cards are negative or positive in their entirety. But it is a feeling that there's been a defeat of some sort. But it's also speaking to the end of a difficult situation. So something that has been quite hard for you is coming to an end. And that's quite a positive thing. It could be this feeling that someone's not being honest, or that someone's being, intentionally tricking you. That may be the difficult situation that is coming to an end. It could be this worry that's coming to an end, because this is quite a difficult situation to be in. We have the Queen of Wands in reverse next. So we have two queens here. There's a strong feminine energy in this reading. Queen of Wands in reverse. You can see her. It actually is focusing. That's nice. She's telling me that there's a sense of you sort of feel like you've been selfish about something. There's some insecurities, perhaps. Maybe that's what's ending. This difficult situation that's ending could have made you feel rather jealous or insecure. Could have made you feel selfish. It's robbed you of your joy, whatever this is. This situation that you've been in, where things felt like you didn't have all the information you needed, and this situation alone could have made you feel anxious. You felt insecure about something for a while now. Something to do with this failure, this defeat. You tried and you didn't succeed, and it was a really difficult situation. Maybe you weren't clear on whether you had succeeded or failed. It's hard to say, but it's ending now. It's clearing up, and this, I think, is ending as well, this sense of insecurity that goes with it. The Four of Pentacles is, you're taking a bit of a conservative approach, perhaps. You have gained some resources, and you want to hold on to them. You're being a bit frugal, perhaps. Some people read this as a very negative card. I don't read it that way. She's holding her possessions closely, but she's probably earned them. It's not a she, though. I mean, in this card, it's a female representation, but the energy, it's just energy, right? There's a sense that you could be holding on too tightly to what is yours. Maybe you need to be a little less possessive, perhaps. It's a hard thing to understand here. I think we really need to do a little clarifying here. You have this really wonderful inspiration coming to you this month, but it's hard for me to tell. Is the Nine of Swords? Let's look. The Nine of Swords, we get a clarification on that for Pisces, please. I'm not sure if that's a past energy or a present energy. Where's the Nine of Swords, Spirit, for Pisces for November? Sometimes I can't get the clarifying. Oh, there's half the deck. Can't do that. The clarifying, the Nine of Swords for Pisces, please, Spirit. Clarify the Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords clarified for Pisces, please. Doesn't want to give me anything. All right. How about the Knight of Pentacles? Clarifying the Knight of Pentacles, responsibilities for Pisces. Oh, we have the Hermit. The Hermit is clarified there. I'm getting sense that a lot of these responsibilities have to do with a marriage. Maybe you are the breadwinner, or maybe you are the one who keeps the house running. But I think that a lot of that efficiency is coming out of that role in a marriage. Just the Hermit card being that sort of represents marriage. I don't always read it that way, but that's kind of what's coming at me now. It could be a sense of oh, I'm sorry. I'm thinking of the Hierophant. No, the Hermit is about sort of contemplating and looking for the meaning of things. You may be focused on the day-to-day details because you are trying to find meaning, and sometimes in sticking to somewhat strict schedules for ourselves, you know, on a day-to-day basis, it frees our mind up to think, sort of run cycles in the background and think our way through things. I do find often when I mistake the cards, though, there is an aspect there of the intuitive coming through. And in this case, I do feel like a lot of this responsibility has to do with a marriage. But it is that dedication to the day-to-day, being very efficient and taking care of the family, that is allowing you to process in the background what has meaning for you, and what is you know, what you hope to find in life that is of value. Let's look at the Queen of Cups, please. I have a clarifier on the Queen of Cups. I feel like this reading is really very scattered, and I'm not sure. Maybe I need to re-record. Let's stick with it a bit longer and see what we have here. Queen of Cups. Any clarifiers on the Queen of Cups? The Five of Pentacles coming out. This is perceived poverty and lack and need, feeling that you've been left out in the cold. So your compassion for others is born of your feeling that you didn't have compassion when it was something you needed, when you felt left out in the cold, and without that support, that sort of made you overcompensate in regard to the people in your life, and you're used to taking care of everyone quite well, I think. Maybe that has something to do with this responsibility that you take on with the day-to-day. I want to know about the Seven of Swords, please, Spirit. Seven of Swords for Pisces for November. Where is the deception? What is being hidden? Spirit, can you clarify, please, the Seven of Swords for Pisces for November? Clarify Seven of Swords for Pisces for November, please. We have the Seven of Wands coming out. Defensiveness. Whatever's being hidden, you're not likely to know what it is because it's being well guarded. Someone's maintaining strict control over some information. They feel a competitiveness with you, and they're not going to let you see what is hidden. There's some further clarifying there. We have the Eight of Pentacles coming out. It's self-sufficiency. This is taking care of yourself, but it's also apprenticeship. Could be somebody that you are learning from. Could be representing passion, so it could be somebody you care deeply about that's hiding something from you and defending it, guarding it. You know, the gates are well defended. You are not going to find out if they don't want you to find out, whatever that is. That'll mean something to some of you, perhaps. It could be also someone you're in a mentor-mentee relationship. You feel like there's something that they could be telling you, and they are not giving you that key to the wisdom that you think they have and they could easily give you. Maybe they can't. Maybe it's not a single point of data that would help you to learn what you need to know, but rather experiencing and living through something. That could also be applied in the case of this romantic, passionate engagement, where someone is hiding something from you, defending it, keeping it from your view, because you need the experience of that keep away in order to learn what you need to learn in this go-round. Let's look at the Ten of Swords. That's I hope that makes sense to some of you. I'm not sure it will always speak clearly to everyone, but I think I understand. I think I've articulated it as best I can. That situation with the Seven of Swords, Seven of Wands, and Eight of Pentacles. Let's look at the Ten of Swords. We have the Eight of Swords. So whatever's coming to an end, it has something to do with you holding yourself prisoner. You have been in a situation where you have you've been unable to act because you're afraid of the consequences. And that situation has been very difficult for you because you wanted to take action. It wasn't comfortable staying where you were. That sort of self-imprisoned, self-victimized situation is ending. And although it has been hard, I think it's been educational. Let's look at the Queen of Wands in reverse, please, for Pisces. Queen of Wands in reverse for Pisces, please. Queen of Wands in reverse for Pisces, please. Don't forget anything on this one. Queen of Wands in reverse for Pisces for November, please. Any guidance from Spirit? Further guidance, clarification on the Queen of Wands in reverse. Further guidance. Here's the Wheel of Fortune. This is just telling me that cycles of life, they change, things go round, right? This is Queen of Wands is about you feeling selfish and insecure. And this ending from the 10 here is telling me that, you know, with that end there, mirrored by the Wheel of Fortune, you're moving out of that sense of selfishness, that space of insecurity. And that's a good thing. That's something that will bring you joy for sure, to be released from that sense of insecurity. Let's look at the Four of Pentacles and see if we have, very quickly, have the Three of Cups. The Three of Cups is a nice energy here. If I could get it to clearly focus, you could see the blue there. That's higher energy. And the Three of Cups is about friendship and community and happiness and celebration. And so, although you are holding yourself back and you're hoping to conserve your resources, it's not in a stingy way, because that Three of Cups there is telling me that this is just prudence, right? This is just you making sure that you take care of you, and that you don't give too much of yourself away, but you still have this connection and this friendship aspect. I think we'll leave it there, Pisces. We're going to do one of these affirmators. This is not really an oracle deck. It's more of a kind of a self-help deck, but it's got some entertaining humor in there and some useful messages. And I think this is your card. This might actually tie this whole reading together, and I may not have to re-record it after all. It's called Don't Take It Personally. And I think yeah, Spirit has a sense of humor. This whole reading is all about taking it too personally, isn't it? Yeah, you've got this anxiety and this worry. You're trying to do and be everything for the people in your life. It's you know, it's overwhelming. It's overwhelmed you to the point that you're feeling selfish and insecure all the time. You're feeling like you don't know what's going on. You don't have all the information you need. You're letting everyone down. You're feeling, you know, really burdened and trapped by yourself here. And it all has to do with you taking everything so personally. That's funny, because I couldn't quite pull it together, but I see now with this card how your joy, what you need to pay attention to, and your joy this month, Pisces, is all about not taking it so personally. Not letting yourself get all wound up and thinking that you are responsible for everyone and everything. And that if someone's unhappy, it must be because of something you did. That will resonate with some of you. you assume if someone isn't happy, it must be your fault. And you instantly have that first thought, what did I do? It wasn't you. It has nothing to do with you. Don't take it personally. If someone starts to speak unkindly to me, I'll remember that they've got something going on that has nothing to do with me. Like maybe they just pooped their pants. Yeah, that's probably it. So, Pisces, November, let it go is what I'm hearing here. You're taking it all so personally. It has nothing to do with you. Whatever this is here, whatever this is that's being kept from you and defended against so that you will not find out, it's because it doesn't have anything to do with you. And maybe this person's keeping it from you to protect you. Maybe this situation becomes more clear as the month goes on, that this was never about you. It was never about you. And all of the suffering and all of the anxiety, it's all in your mind. Because you've been striving after a sense of control and a sense of knowing, assuming that you've done something wrong. Assuming that others' actions are because of your actions, and that's not always the case. And that seems to be your message for November. So I hope that's helpful for you. I hope that's freeing for you. There's certainly absolutely no guilt being passed around here. This is meant to be the key that lets you out of a prison that you have been in. So I hope that works for you. And I hope that you have a fantastic November, and we'll see you next time. Blessings.